Oh yeah, yeah. I will rock with that. We live. Ah man, I'll let some of y'all join up. Y'all probably watching the game. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, the game's starting in a second. I'll start watching it after I get off this live session. I guess I'll miss the first half. Good to be back though. What up, man?
What up, broski?
Go ahead, speak again. Let me see if I can hear you.
What up, broski?
I can hear you a little bit. Let's let some more people get in here. It's like three of them in here. Y'all fear the black cat, man. What's up, y'all?
It's Halloween, man.
Halloween wasn't over. Pat 1984. What up? What up, my bro? Pat 1984. You remind me of an ex-military dude for some reason. I just all every time I see Pat, I always just see some marine or some shit. I don't know what you really do.
Absolutely.
First dog. Yeah, you was first. What up, King Dallas? There's 12 of them in here. Brandon Williams, yo, what's good? What's good? What up, Ronnie? I ain't seen you in a minute. I ain't made videos in a minute, so I guess what's happening is I got a virus on this computer right here. I got another computer coming, but I got a virus on this computer. It took everything off my desktop, so I don't have any of my footage, and I can't save anything to it. But I can still go live on it, but I can't do any breakdowns right now. So it's kind of pissing me off. Who in here talking about y'all lost to the Jets? Like, dog, that was like weeks ago. There's always somebody in here that I gotta like shut up. Now, negative ass Sean. I don't mind you staying on here, bro, but you just can't dominate the chat room. Just chill out. He said I ain't in the military, but I like tats and guns. That's Pat. Whoever catch that cat can make some money for sure. Yeah, for sure. Hold on, let me mute negative ass Sean. Negative ass. I'll put you in timeout. Negative ass Sean. See you. All right, now let's get busy. Anyway, the week past, man, was like a real eerie thing, man. That game was a little crazy to me. Not only because of the black cat, it's just the fact that it seems like we kind of forget how to start games off. We don't really jump out there and play to what we know how to do, and we know we're a team that's built to play with the lead. That's what we have to go after. We have to achieve that, early on. And I think when we delay on scoring, or if anything goes a little funky, like Dak's first pass of the game was an interception. I know you guys already heard this a million times, but anything that goes wrong in early on in games kind of slows that process down for us, and it makes the game too even. And when we have to decide, whether or not it's run or pass, as far as the defense is concerned, anyway, on our way to quarterbacks, it kind of slows us down and slows that pass rush down, and it makes us have to play a little too honest, I think. But we got it together after that cat came out there. So, shout out to the black cat player of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely came and put his thing down, man. After that, it was a wrap. Like we were tearing the asses up after that. Um, it was good to see. Like a lot of the things that kind of stood out. I'll just go over some of the play that kind of stood out to me that made me pause for a second. And I think number one, hats go off to Sean Lee, man. He had a resurgence this game. He was playing like the Sean Lee of old, and he was on that ass. Like there was nothing weak about his game at all versus the run nor pass. So Sean Lee still got it, and I think maybe he needed that rest and that time off to kind of rejuvenate that hamstring. I was just hoping, like I hope Sean Lee don't just disappear out the game out of nowhere in this one. But yeah, he was playing, he was beasting. So that just shows how much depth we have. Like we've had LVE out for I think a game and a half now, and haven't really noticed. Not in a negative way anyway, due to the fact that Sean Lee, Joe Thomas has stepped up, and Jalen is finally starting to play like he's himself. You know, not saying Jalen's been playing like total ass. He hasn't. He just hasn't been himself. We're used to him, getting out there and killing people a little bit more so than he had been. But this game, he seemed fired up. Maybe because it was Dez's birthday. I don't know. He just wanted to make a play, but he was fired up this game. He was fired up versus the Eagles too. So Jalen seems cool. I'm not gonna bother the boy right now. Um, Outside of that, I mean, we all know. I know people want me to break down Dak's play. I think he played pretty solid. That first play, the only way you trick quarterbacks who kind of know what's going on the field, and it seems like Dak is understanding what's going on the field. The only way you trick those types of quarterbacks is to do something that a player wouldn't normally do, like when you have a lineman dropping coverage, or you have a safety like Bethea in that play. He looked like he was either guarding a running back or blitzing. Most safeties aren't going to just play short or shallow zone in the flat like that underneath those slant routes. So, I mean, he caught him. He caught him there. I think he was really just trying to get his hands up, but he was just able to intercept that pass. But outside of that one play and that RPO that they need to shit can, I mean, Dak's good to a degree when it comes to running the ball, but they're trying too much of that read option with Dak. I don't think that's his thing. I don't think he should be pitching the ball out or anything, or even threatening to do it, because defenses seem to just go right after him when it's time. So, for me, I want to see that. I want to see that shit can. That's just me. Yeah, I think I'm going to walk around Philly again and do the Go Cowboys too, Pat. I'm definitely going to do it. Like I'm not even playing. Um, in other news too, you guys hear about Amari Cooper? I know he's getting his knee scoped and an MRI and so on. Um, like I said, he's like a Ferrari. He's like a Ferrari. You take him out for a spin. Like you saw that first play of the game. I think he caught a ball. He ran up the sideline, but he twisted his ankle and went limping right off. Then he goes and sit down for about half, and then comes back. And he make a play for a touchdown, and then he goes sit down again. He's just that dude. Like he's not gonna get a lot of snaps every time, but he comes ready to play. So it is what it is. But yeah, Pat, that was fun, man. I think I'm gonna go with my Cowboy shit on, and I'm gonna start fucking with some Eagles fans. I meant to do that more this year. Period. I'm just never in Philly now. I'm always up in the sticks with the Amish. But I've been in Philly for the last 2 or 3 days. So while I have some downtime, I'm gonna put some videos together, because I know you guys are pissed off. You're not getting the breakdowns that you come accustomed to. Trust me, I love doing them. They take time, and I don't want to cheat anybody. I'm not gonna go out and just throw some shit together that I know I didn't. That's not up to the standard. Um, so if I don't have the time to do it the right way, I don't want to do them. You know what I mean? I'm your favorite lesbian. Yeah, man. I'm my favorite lesbian too, man, for sure. Uh, I don't know what the fuck that's about, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I am a lesbian though. I don't know. I probably said that at some point. Give your boy a shout out. Oh yeah, can I get a go? I'm gonna do it. Go Cowboys for Pat. Now I'm definitely doing it. And but I'm gonna give you a backstory. I'm like, you were like, instead of a grown man that was born in 1984, I'm gonna say you was some kid that I met, at St. Christopher's, who got like leukemia or something, so I can get some like fan points and some GoFundMe or some shit like that. Damn, negative. But he back. He back. He said, "Would you say that the Cowboys haven't?" And now you're asking real questions. I could deal with that, man. I could deal with that. Would you say that the Cowboys have not had a legit opponent in their win column? The Eagles are legit, I would say. Um, but other than that, you're probably right. But I mean, I can't argue it. Let's go get Dez. I've been with going to get Dez. I think the fact that Dez just getting cut, that would have been one thing. Like if he'd have just got cut, that would have been one thing. But it's the fact that he did the whole Garrett's guys and the Snake Lee on the way out. That's going to make it kind of hard to get those guys back together. I think if he'd have just shut up and just been mad, we probably would have gone back and gotten Dez right now. It's just he did too much personal, shots before he left. So if Garrett were to get fired, Dez probably would be back home at some point. But not while Garrett's there. I don't think that's gonna happen, man. And even though, yeah, you're right, he spoke the truth. But so what? Keeping it real can definitely go wrong. We all know that. So whatever. But yeah, I would say that we haven't had a strong opponent other than the Eagles, and you can argue that the Eagles aren't, but the Eagles went so deep, in the playoffs the last 2 years, or they played so well the last 2 years, that you got to give us some credit for beating those guys. And their division opponents. We're 4-0 in the division. That's pretty hard to do. So, it is what it is. That's just the way it's going to be. Uh, Jordan Lewis, man. Ah, man, yeah, I do think Jordan Lewis had a hell of a game. I it's a bittersweet feeling though, and the reason being, like when you see Jordan Lewis playing the way he's playing, and just flashing on the screen, I like it. When I see Joe Thomas do it, I like it. But it always makes me ask, like, why the fuck do we wait so long to use these guys? Because now you're doing Jordan Lewis a disservice because he can be looked at as one of the better young corners in the league if he were getting the playing time that he deserves, and he hasn't been getting it. So it's like we kind of stifled his growth a lot with the way we've treated Jordan Lewis in this regime, and it's crazy to me. That's the one knock I have on Chris Richard, other than Joe Thomas, and I can argue that Joe Thomas is justifiable because you can argue that LVE is better than Joe Thomas, right? You can argue that. So then you can, and he plays well enough to stay in there where you're not pissed off. They're different players, but LVE is good in his own right. So it's like you can't argue that Joe Thomas should be in there over him. But Anthony Brown versus Jordan Lewis, that's a totally different comparison, man. And it's just fucked up, man. What's up, Loving Aries? That's the homie. What's good, girl? Let's see. Just because you're my favorite and you support Dez. Ah, damn. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm always gonna support Dez, man. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Dez. So Dez always gonna get a shout out from me. He said Dak played good, but there were many plays where our wide receivers don't attack the ball aggressively. Yeah, yeah. I mean, um, for all the shit that we said about Dez when he was leaving, about the drops and about the miscues, that shit's still happening. The bobbled up interceptions, it has not stopped at all. So that lets you know it had nothing to do with Dez, man. Like this is just what's happening. We still drop the shit out of passes, and they usually end up in the opposition's hands. Like Dak has probably, I wouldn't know for sure, but if you looked at his stats for the first uh, 3 years, 4 years, he probably has the most bobbled interceptions out of any quarterback in their first 3 years, I think, because that's all I see. Somebody knocking the ball in the air because he might have thrown the ball a little too high, too hard, or whatever, and he gets interceptions from it. How do you stop the outside zone early? Um, Really, I mean, any zone read is all about your defensive ends, how they read and how athletic they are. If you have guys like we do, we stop it because we crash the B gap anyway. We play it well on the left side. We play inside out. What I mean is, Lawrence crashes the B gap to stop any inside zones, and then he's fast enough to chase the runner to the perimeter. So when he crashes that B gap, he doesn't care about contain even though he might need a little help, he might have to tell his linebackers that he's doing it, but he doesn't really care about the contain because he feels that he's fast enough to track a runner down or at least to get him off course while help comes. So he keeps crashing that B gap and he doesn't care. So that's how you stop it. You take the option away. You just go right at it. Every play. We don't do a lot of wide nine type looks where we're rushing wide. Even when we're stunting, we're kind of stunting in tight. Everything's in tight. Real in unison. I think right now our defensive line, you haven't seen the best of us. I don't think, and I think that's due to the fact that we haven't been playing with a lot of leads. If we're playing with the lead, we're a sick ass team, man. When it comes to our front four, I think getting Michael Bennett makes us better because you can just rush him from anywhere. Him and Collins, man, his moves are crazy. But him and Collins, they can rush from anywhere, man. They can rush from anywhere. And I argued this before. Nobody listens to me when I say it, but Collins has more moves than I think anybody on our defensive line as far as his pass rushing ability. He's just a big guy that's asked to do different things. But Collins, when you watch how he pass rushes, he has moves on top of moves. Lawrence has like two or three good moves that I like. Like he has that jump cut to the outside. And then that he sets that up off of the crash to the inside. And then he has a pretty good steer. When I say steer, like he'll stiff arm and then he'll steer that outside hand and manipulate that outside shoulder on his way to the quarterback. He does that too pretty well with good leverage. And he's just a beast outside of that. He's just a hustle man, right? He gets a lot of hustle man sacks. But as far as just straight pure pass rush moves, I mean, Collins, Collins, hands down. And then as far as speed rush, you already know we got Quinn for the speed. But outside of that, you got Jenkins. I mean, not Jenkins, but Bennett. Bennett is definitely, I think one of the more versatile pass rushers we have on this team, man. So I'm loving it. I'm loving what we got up front, and I think you're gonna see the better side of this defensive line the second half of the season. Number one, you got a guy in there that's gonna teach us how to prepare a little bit better and a little bit differently. And number two, I think once we hit midseason form, what happens in midseason form? The reason teams shift if they're good is because you've been putting things on film for 8 weeks now, right? So if you're a smart offensive coordinator and you're preparing properly, or even defensive coordinator, what the opposition is looking at. So now you've put enough on film for half a season, so you know what teams are looking at and what they're expecting. Now you can start getting a little bit more unpredictable with what you're doing because you've already kind of established a identity. So people are going to play you a certain way and you know that going in. So then now you can surprise teams and do a little bit, things a little bit differently. And then that goes even further in the playoffs. That's why playoff teams, always pull out new ripples because they've been playing one way all year. So they understand how the opposition will play them. So now I think you'll start seeing a little bit different um, from this team. I really do. What's up, Mr. Anonymous? Holmes, you said Holmes burned for saying go get Gordon when he was available or try to get Eric Berry. Holmes was like, we don't need any more wide receivers. Now he's talking about wanting Dez. This guy is oh man, stop it. Stop it. Leave Holmes alone, man. Like I said, I leave Holmes alone. We had a talk. We had a couple talks, and it's just like uh, I don't know. It was a funny beef to me. Like we just having fun with it. I was. So I don't got no beef with Mark Holmes, man. I ain't got time to be trying to carry that shit on no more, man. For real, I don't. I got no beef with Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes, he do his thing, and like all I can say is he consistent. He consistent. He believes what he believes, and we both got our own opinions. So I just let that rock the way it is. But I don't got nothing bad to say about him. I don't. Uh, Lee looked great. I'm reading what you guys are saying. Yeah, you said the zone stretch. Brandon Williams, the zone stretch. You got to attack the gaps. You can't it's a cutback, a read option or option type of running style. So if you're doing a zone stretch, right, you can go like Edgerrin James or Peyton Manning back in the day. They used to run that too. But you can run front side of the play, but it's really all on the running back's vision. You can run front side. You can one cut to off the tackle or you can cut back. You got three options on those plays, and it really depends on one the way the defenses line up against that look. So it's really no way to say you can do this to stop it. It depends on what their tendencies are, what type of back they have in the game. If you have a back that's a little more shifty, like a um, Kamara, someone like that, then you want to attack definitively, force the cutback because you want him to get his feet stopped and getting going in a different direction. You don't want him to just get going full speed ahead, on that first step because that's where he wants to go. You want to force the cutback. When you're playing a guy who, I think you just force that anyway. Like you stop front side, and if you're running to their right or to a strong side to Lawrence, Lawrence is good at stopping the run, and I think he's good at forcing those cutbacks. And I think we hold up pretty well. We've been holding up pretty well um, early in games against the run. I think where we have trouble is when you're against zone plays. Running out of the shotgun. I think Jones kind of killed us there. And also when you're playing in a game where you've been dealing with the run all game, like if a team is running the entire game, I don't care who you are, unless you're like the Baltimore Ravens, and certain defenses just don't matter, like you just not running. It don't matter how often you run. But some teams, most teams, they get worn out, and we're one of them. We get worn out, and we because we do so much stunting to get to the quarterback, you're going to catch us in some unfavorable looks at some point in the game. If you run the entire game, it's going to happen. So only way we can stop things is one, scoring early. That's one. Two, because you control the pace of the game when you do that. But two, just stopping front side, and forcing the cutback, man. That's it. Like just good gap integrity, and just hope everybody make the play when it's flushed their way. But we kind of flush everything towards Jalen anyway, and he's been playing better as of late. we flush everything towards Jalen usually. Our will and middle linebacker get most of the tackles because everything is forced up the middle. When they get blocked or when they jump the wrong gap, that's when you see those gaping holes. But we blame the defensive line for it. But the defensive line is doing their job. They force everything inside. So sometimes they're going to make the play, if they're inside. But if they're stunting to the outside, they're keeping contained. If they're keeping contained on the outside, and they're keeping those linemen off the second level, I mean, that means Jalen and LVE and Sean Lee and those guys, they have to make plays. They have to shoot those gaps the right way and make plays. That's the way our defense is designed. So that's how you stop it. I mean, if they're not playing up to par, you're gonna see a lot of gaping holes and people gashing us for yards. What's up, Trip? Peace 100. Shark. I don't even know what none of that means. Y'all know what none of that means. God bless always. Oh man, y'all giving love. Zeke better than Cook. Stopping Dalvin Cook, man. Dalvin Cook is a beast. He's a beast. He gonna be tough to stop early in the game, but like I said, the best way to stop any dynamic offense is to score early. You score early, you put them down by, if we put them down by 14 points or 10 points, they run the ball less. As they run the ball less and throw the ball more, they become more predictable, and it gives us opportunities to get at Kirk Cousins. It makes them hold the ball more. If they can play balance the entire game, like if this game stays close the entire game, then, it's a 50-50 game. If we can it depends on who scores first and who's up. I think if we're behind, I like our chances. We've been playing from behind a lot this year, so I think we're getting better at that. If they're behind, though, I think I like our chances even more. So I think we win this game either way. Or we're the favorite in this game, in my opinion, at least with 3-point favorite. But it's all predicated on how that first quarter or first half goes. I think if we score early, it'll be a lopsided win. If we don't score early or if we keep it close early, then it's going to be something that we have to eke out at the end, and we could very well lose it in the end. But I think we keep this game close. If we keep this game close, it's going to come down to the fourth quarter, and I like our chances there. I think we've been playing pretty good in the cardiac time, even though we've lost some of them, but we've been moving the ball in the fourth quarter. Do I still think we cover? I wouldn't take it straight because that's going to be a weird game. I wouldn't take it straight -3.5. I wouldn't. I would tease that game for sure. What do you think, man? Cowboys versus the Vikings Sunday night. I think their spread is like -3.5, something like that.
Man, off the top with my heart,
Yeah,
I go Dallas.
you go Dallas.
Yeah,
Um,
if the defense play aggressive,
you go Dallas straight up.
straight.
Uh,
If they play aggressive,
he says if my brother said if we play aggressive, he takes Dallas straight up. Um, I mean, I wouldn't be scared of that. I wouldn't, but at the same time, I mean, if I was telling someone to take this game, I would take it. I would feel more comfortable as a teaser,
oh yeah,
making the Cowboys like a 6 point, a 3 point underdog, +3.5 or +3, and then take the Cowboys to win or keep it within three. I think that's I think that's easy money. Yo, what up, Loud Law? Yeah, he tore his. Oh, damn. Devin Smith is fucked up, huh? Messed up. Let's see. Yeah, Devin Smith. He said, "What are your predictions for the game?" Negative ass Sean. Yeah, I think that's my prediction, man. Yeah, that's my prediction. Outside of that, see. Yeah, they moved. The line is still at -3. Yeah, it's not -3.5 either. It ain't moved. We'll see what the sharp money is on come Saturday. You follow that sharp money too, because when those lines change or when you see those experienced bettors changing their bet or going against the nation at the last minute, something's wrong. They know something we don't know. So I mean, have you seen sharp money lose all year?
not often.
I
No, only
haven't.
that Ravens game, that one Ravens game earlier.
Ravens game versus who?
Yeah, they were playing.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The line moved like 4 points.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, I haven't seen him lose, but
Tonight is reverse line movement with LA and Oakland, and I mean it should be the Chargers hands down -1,
mm,
hands down.
we gonna fuck Devin Cook up, Dalvin Cook up. We gonna fuck his ass up. Everybody, I see everybody talking about his name in the chat. I think we gonna light his ass up. He might get. I mean, we play some pretty dynamic running backs. Like Sanders is not a joke. Like he will gas you with some big plays. You already know Saquon is Saquon. You know he'll gas you. He gassed us for 65 yards. We play some dynamic running backs, and I think the one thing I can say, we play Kamara, we play him well every time. Um, so the one thing I can say, I'm not afraid of running backs. I think when you have the threat of a good quarterback, then we kind of struggle against running backs because we're not paying attention. We have to, we have to stay in our passing lane. So we don't pay as much attention to the running back when we're playing a balanced team. Like when we play the Packers, you were trying to stop Aaron Rodgers, which we did. We shut him down. But Jones got off on us because we are trying to stop Aaron Rodgers. See what I'm saying? So those teams tend to do well against us when we're worried about a little bit too much from the passing game. I think you can sneak your running back out there if you have a dynamic guy. But for the most part, when we see dynamic rushers, we do pretty well against them. I think Aaron Jones is just kryptonite for us. You know what I mean? But we've been playing running backs pretty good, and yeah, I agree with you, man. I think Trip, you definitely right. Because I think if Jalen is playing the way Jalen, we know Jalen to play, and he runs into Cook, it's gonna be lights out for Cook. Somebody gonna get him. Even Xavier Woods been mad at me, man, because he been hitting. He been hitting lately, playing pretty good too. Oh man, why would you ask me that, man? Y'all just want me to go on Connor Williams. Man, he gonna say, "What you think of Connor Williams? Is he a Pro Bowl guard or he just average?" He's not even average, but whatever. I'm not gonna keep going at the kid, man. Listen, stop trying to set me up, man. I just tell you this: he's not what I would like to see in him yet. He's not where he's supposed to be. Uh, Woods is a hard hitter. Woods is definitely a hard hitter, but he's just not consistent. He hits hard when you don't see him coming. When you see Woods coming, he just, a couple times I've seen him get run over. He need to get his weight up. Like he said, why do the Eagles still think they're gonna kick our ass and win the division? Because they gotta hold out hope, man. They gotta hold out hope. It's like, yo, I don't understand it, man. In a city like this is like Gotham City for real. Like Philly is like Gotham City. They need hope. You remember that R. Kelly song back in the day, that Gotham City, John? Yeah, they City of Justice and all that shit. They need something to believe in, man, because these motherfuckers around here don't got shit to believe in, man. So yeah, they got to believe something. Leave them alone. Like y'all try to kick candy out the kids' hands and shit. They try to take your hope, bro. They try to take your hope. Yeah,
I'm not even gonna get into it right now.
I know you can't get into it. Ain't shit you can say, man.
But y'all
Ain't
lose.
shit you can say. You already know. Y'all got y'all shit off though. It's cool, man. Y'all got your shit off already. I'm gonna let y'all, I'm gonna let you have your fun,
Y'all
man.
got voodoo power on your
Yeah,
side. That's what
we
I'm
damn
saying.
sure got the voodoo power on our side. You seen Dak face when he seen that cat. You seen the cat, he didn't even think about it. Dak started jumping up and down and shit. He's like, yeah, about time. You know what I mean? Peace, negative ass Sean. Yo, you actually turned out to be not so negative ass Sean. I mean, he was cool. But peace, man. Peace. Eagles scared. They ain't doing shit. Got Cowboys going Grinch. The Grinch gonna come for Christmas. That's for sure. As far as Garrett's concerned, man, um, Garrett is like a parent. You know how your parents might get on your nerves. You're like, man, man, you fucking corny. Yeah, dad is corny as shit. Yeah, he corny. He corny. He said you shouldn't drink and drive. That's the funnest way to drive. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. He told me I shouldn't smoke weed. Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with him? Right? Like they corny. Garrett's like that. He's corny. But um, at the end of the day, we can't choose. I didn't choose Garrett. Garrett just here. I can't choose him. I can't get him out of here. So I'm kind of accepting the fact that he is who he is. So I want to win. And I think that right now we're designed and we're built to win. And I think automatically we're going to get into the playoffs and we're going to make some noise. So he's not getting fired. So I've accepted the fact that he's going to be here. And if he's going to be here, I might as well just root for the dude. That's how I look at it. Do I want Garrett as my coach when I think of coaches? No. But am I rooting for Garrett to lose so I can get rid of him? No, I'm not doing that either. So it's just like, a catch 22. Um, I would prefer to have Bill Cowher, Bill Parcells, just an asshole who really comes in and just instills a real level of viciousness. I'm not one of those dudes like, who like the pretty McVay shit. I like Bill Belichick, Greg Williams type shit. I want a coach that wants to hurt somebody. I do. I like those guys. Or a straight up man's man motivator. As I said, like a Nick Saban, like a just dudes that just show respect, but at the same time they garner respect at the same time. Like Parcells, those dudes, those are the guys who I like. Can Garrett be that? Garrett is more like to me. I don't know why people don't like him, especially your old head Cowboys fans. He's like a Landry. He's like Landry. A quiet, chill, blue collar, smart guy who doesn't really get excited, and seems like a nice enough guy. And he has guys who play for him who are he controls some wild guys. You know what I'm saying? But he's just not a fiery dude. That's how Landry was. You know what I mean? Garrett actually coaches a lot like him, but that's just not my style. So I don't have anything personal against Garrett. It's just he's just not my style. That should be a real factor in joining us again. I'm tired of this Twitter era where you say something wrong on Twitter and you can never have a job again. Like this shit is getting on my nerves. Like the cancel culture, if you want to call it that, it's just getting on my nerves. I think that should be afforded a chance to play for anybody if he's healthy. So and he looks healthy to me. I was watching him work out the other day and he cutting off that Achilles. Like he said, he feels good, and he looks like he feels good. So I would love to see 88 suit up again, and I would love to see him suit up again for the star, man. I don't think Dez should be out of the league anytime beyond next week. I think if he wants to play, Dez should be able to play. I mean, for the Patriots, for the Packers, for the Saints. The Eagles, Maine said the Eagles would take him, but I wouldn't want to see him go there. I actually want to see him do well, man. That's why I wouldn't want to see him go to the Eagles because I would want to see him do well. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to go see him go over there and had to get smacked up by his own friends because Jalen will go over there and crack him and he'd be right back out. Or I mean, Dez, you was a tough motherfucker, but I mean, Carson Wentz just ain't gonna do you no justice. So no, I wouldn't want to see him there. I want to see him somewhere where he can actually win, like here, here, New England, maybe, the Packers, Saints. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere like that. Yeah, no, somewhere where they just get wins. Where they win. Yeah, you show them love. Yeah, you show them the Philadelphia kind of love.
Yeah, y'all the type that'll get on the airplane, right?
Right.
And see the pilot, the person that who like a Jason Garrett, he controls the plane in the sky, and y'all want him to fail. He fails, y'all all fail.
Listen, right. We the only ones that would do that. Yep. Man. He said if Jordan Matthews can get a third job with the Eagles, Dez deserves another shot. That's fucking crazy, right? Yeah. Give Connor a couple more years. I think Connor will be good when Connor gets some man strength. Like when he let his nuts hang and he start getting a little more uh, aggressive, I think he will be better. He just he has to work on it. I mean, I really do think so. Right now, he's not what I wanted. I think honestly, I just like Suafilo better, but I do understand letting him play through his misery. Because when he does bullshit, and he doesn't get his shit together, um, he has to really think about it because he has next week to prepare to do it again. Whereas when he's on the bench, he can kind of hide his game, and he might not get better that way. Some people get better from reps in practice. Some people get better from actually playing in the game, and I think Connor might be that guy. So I understand them playing him. I don't know what they're doing with Randy Gregory though, bro. I don't. Um, but yeah, I do agree. Connor needs to just toughen up a little bit. So maybe him being in there is the best thing for him, man. Yeah, he need to, he said he need to eat some raw meat and some gunpowder. Yeah, that's what you give your pit bulls. That's what they need to give his ass too. Like you need a stomach ulcer in order to play vicious the whole game or some shit, man. But yeah, um, I don't know. Connor's just not. He's not that. He's not there yet. Gregory, I think Gregory is done. I don't think he plays again this year. I think they said he didn't put in for his reinstatement. I think. See, it's crazy because the stuff that people are saying about Dez, what Dez would bring if he came back, this should have been the shit people were talking when they were trying to get rid of him in the first place. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it now. Like now it's too late. Don't talk to me about what Dez could do if he came back. Like people should have been trying to keep him here. And if it was if it was a outcry to keep him here during that time, I don't think they would have parted ways with him so easily. But we weren't saying anything. We didn't say shit. We just let it happen. So, now it's whatever. But it wasn't enough people speaking up. They were arguing with me. I had Cowboy. I didn't argue with any players from any fans from other teams when the dead shit was going down. They were saying they would take Dez. Everybody, Packers fans, Saints fans, Giants fans, everybody was like, "Who gonna get him?" You know what I mean? Everybody, right? That I talked to were like, "Yo, I would take Dez in a heartbeat." Everybody, like, y'all crazy. I'll take Dez in a heartbeat. I was arguing against Cowboy fans for Dez, which makes no sense to me, man. It's Kellen Moore better than Scott Linehan? I think we already know that. Yeah, we already know that. Kellen Moore, that's easy. That's easy. Zeke was getting running holes left and right. Shout out to that offensive line for doing what they were doing. I think when you're looking at our best runs, we were running great to the right. I think that's because um, Tyron Smith is very good at setting up those cutback lanes. I was seeing him peel back and block and steal off that backside. He was doing that a lot. So Zeke was able to either, if he had yards on the front side of the play, he was good. But if he saw a cutback opportunity, back to the left, it was there for him due to the fact that I think Tyron, when he's not asked to be the battering ram, when you have him pulling or peeling back, him, and then also Connor. If you're not asking Connor to be the battering ram, which he's not, if you're asking him to pull and lead block, he's good at that. His feet are great. So I think we played pretty good. Yeah, I was saying the same thing, Lola. Imagine if we had David Irving and Gregory and these guys here, nasty. But I think we wouldn't go get Michael Bennett if we had those guys too, though. So I think Michael Bennett being here is a good thing, though. So I don't think we would have got him had those guys been here. He said RG is smoking a blunt as we speak. Des didn't want to take a pay cut and then got released afterward. He said they never offered him a pay cut. What do you think, Okoye? I think he's telling the truth. They didn't offer him a pay cut, and they didn't ask him to take a pay cut. They tried to get rid of him. Linehan hung his hat on it being Dez's fault. Um, I don't think it was Dak because Dez still would have played with Dak. He said that. So I don't think it was Dak. I think it was, more so Linehan trying to save his own job, kind of threw Dez under the bus. And Dez helped him do it by all of them. Look at every receiver that played in that regime. They're all gone. We tried to, they all went in a fucked up way too. Namely, Terrence Williams. Terrence Williams the worst, and Witten went to ESPN and got kicked off there. Did Dez get cut and get his Achilles torn? Cole Beasley went to Buffalo. He's actually playing good with Buffalo, but he talked a little shit on his way out of here too. So it was like, we dismantled them dudes. Hannah Hannah had knee surgery and retired. It was just crazy. Whitehead, yeah, Whitehead did too much rap, man. He had too much mouth, but I would take him if they want to take him. But I don't know why we don't go and fuck with the young boy Jones that we picked up. I like Jones. What's his name? Jones. He's a safety that we just picked up. Forgot his first name. But I like him. I like him. He a big dude. He hits. I would like to see him come up from the practice squad and play. Dez is a beast in the red zone. And I'm tired of seeing like Gallup dropped so many passes. It's like it's laughable that we was even talking about Dez. Like if y'all still cheering on Gallup, like Gallup, man, they be so hyped with Gallup touch the ball, dog. Gallup would get his targets would be like 10 targets, 8 of them touch his hand, and he catch probably like fucking 5 of the 8 maybe. He dropped 3 every time. Like that's the way it is. He dropped the first 3. Josh Jones, that's his name. But yeah, that's the way Gallup is, man. But if you going uh uh root on Gallup, then you should just get Dez back. Gallup is cool. I like him. But Dez is a motherfucker on them short plays. Like I would love to use Dez like we use Larry Fitzgerald. I would love that. What up, game changer? Oh, you changed your joint, man. About time. No, that's game changer. I'm thinking about no, that's game changer. Yeah, you changed your shit. I ain't seen you in a minute either, man. You ain't made a video in a minute. What's going on with you? Yeah, Gallup catches crazy shit and miss easy shit all day. What's going on, greedy vegan? I'm cold chilling, man. I'm cold chilling, making this. Yo, man, there's 62 of y'all on here, man. Hit the like button. Come on, stop playing with me. Y'all be doing me dirty with that, man. That's crazy. I don't even ask for that. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much. I don't even ask for fucking. I don't ask for none of the super chat money or nothing, man. I just be like, yo, just like my shit. That's all you gotta do. You know, just like it. Yo, what's good? What's good, Eddie? Why y'all just saying yo like y'all just figuring out I was on here? Where y'all was at? Everybody jumping on like they just got the notification an hour late. I've been on here for like 40 minutes already. Yeah. But anyway, like I like the combination of Jordan Lewis being in there. I still don't like him being in, as the nickel though. I would love to see Cheeto as the nickel guy. I don't. Maybe he just plays like shit in space or something in practice. I don't know why they don't try it. Just try that at least one time. I mean, I think we would do well with Cheeto blitzing and kind of just using his mind. He said he was working. I mean, we all are, man. He said like bus button has been dismembered. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was hitting it. So I said Cowboys 33, Vikings 28. Um, I don't see us getting that. I don't see us getting that many points. I don't think it's gonna be a bar burner. What up, Law? What up, Law? Salute, Brody. I've been watching your breakdowns. I can't break nothing down right now, bro. I can't. I got a virus on my computer. It took all my files off here, and I can't use some of my software. So I'm migrating all this shit to my other Mac. But until then, no breakdowns, bro. And it's pissing me off. Can't do shit. I wanted to make another video. I'm trying to think of. I was gonna do something to the cat. I was gonna do like Stevie Wonder, very superstitious, or some sort of song with a breakdown. I'm not sure. I wanted something hype though, but I couldn't do it. So I was mad, man. I was mad. But what up, Law? How you? He said, Eddie said, "Damn you, Pornhub." Yeah, I don't know, man. I ain't been on Pornhub in a minute, man. I've been doing my no fab joint. I'm trying to keep my testosterone. Try to keep that shit. Try to keep that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it. I mean, kind of got no fat. What they call it? Semen retention. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna do something though. I'm gonna still do something. It's making it so that now I can do my lives, but I'll be more creative with my breakdowns. Like I'll do instead of doing breakdowns week by week, I'll do something that's like player focused or seasonal when I get an opportunity. That way I can catch up and nobody's expecting it. Oh yeah, I'll break down the cheerleaders, like see if they can flip with good form and all that, man. Yeah. If Cooper goes down, ah man, if Cooper goes down, we're gonna have some trouble. But if Cooper goes down, I do think the argument for Dez becomes real. I do. I think the argument or that conversation becomes a real conversation. Not saying Dez will come in and be that number one X again like he was before, but having him with Gallup and Pollard and adding an extra ripple to this offense, if Cooper's out, would be necessary. I think. Um, yeah, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, man. That's what AKOYE means. Just try shit out, man. That's what you're supposed to do. He said, "Law Nation, James Harden." Uh, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you look like
Score prediction for the Vikings games, Falcon. Um, I'd say like 24-17, somewhere in there. I don't see it being a very high scoring game. Um, unless unless we start off early. If we start off, depending on how we start off, if we can score on those guys early, it's going to be an aggressive game because they're going to come out passing. When the Vikings are passing, it's going to go one or two ways. I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to pitch a perfect game against the Cowboys secondary, especially if they're down. If we're pinning our ears back and going after them, I like our chances, and I think if they give us a turnover or two, and we're plus in that ratio, then we're going to score 28 plus, and that means they're going to score 20 plus, trying to keep up with us. So it really depends on how well we score early on in the game. I don't think we stomp them out where they can't do anything because they are a two-dimensional team, meaning they can run the ball, they can screen pretty well. Kirk Cousins is serviceable. He already got kind of cursed out by his receivers earlier this year. So since then, his receivers have been eating each week. They've been playing pretty good. So I don't know. Is Thielen even playing? I don't know. But they've been playing pretty good, though. Either way, Stephon Diggs ain't no joke either. They got two number one receivers. So yeah, if they're playing from behind, like, and they really have to air it out, I still got them losing. That's because that's not their game. But I think it'll be a higher score. Oh yeah, if Thielen's out, I'm not really worried about him. I think if you put Byron on Stephon Diggs and just zone everywhere else, I think we're good right there. Period. I haven't seen Byron get his ass cooked all season. I mean, he's getting, he'll get beat underneath, but I haven't seen him get cooked for anything deep. So I like the way Byron's playing. He's still not getting any interceptions, but he's an eraser still. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Law said Dez will still play the X squeeze Gallup into the inside. Cooper can play the Z or the flex anywhere on the field. Yeah, I like that, and I actually like Dez inside though. Those tough catches and the ugly yardage shit. That's where I want to see Dez. How I like Bennett, game changer, man. He that boy. Bennett, we knew what we was getting with Bennett. I've always liked Michael Bennett. I like his brother too, but I always like Michael Bennett. He's always been a guy that, like, both personally and football wise. He's always been a guy that I respect. I respect his game for sure. So uh, he does little things. Like, I was watching his variants of pass rushes. He's a tricky dude. Like, sometimes he coming at you with power, and then he'll give you that same look, sort of like Jerry Rice looks like he's running the same route off every route. Bennett will run like he's about to bull rush, and then out of that, he does some little quick slick shit off of it. He uses his legs pretty well. He just he plays with a good edge. He plays with his mind, but he still plays aggressive. He's like Crawford with a little bit better get off and a little bit more wisdom. So I like Crawford too. But Bennett is definitely a guy that's cut from that same ilk. Like, you could put him anywhere, and he knows what to do because he can think and he's aggressive. Yeah, when we're hitting on defense, we really can't be fucked with. I do agree with you, Agent 9. Does Awuzie deserve to start? He gets beat a lot. I don't think he get beat a lot. I think he gets beat enough, but I like Awuzie. I think he deserves to start as a nickel. I would prefer Jordan Lewis out there though. I already said that a couple times. Darren Thomas is a Darian Thomas or Darren Thomas is a great safety. I like him. When he played for New York, honestly, he is. I wouldn't say he should start over Heath or Xavier, right? I wouldn't say that. I'm not mad that he doesn't start, but I would want to see him mixed in more because when he played for the Giants a couple years back, he was leading the team in tackles a lot. Like, he's a guy that could play anywhere. He covers good enough to be a corner, good enough. Where he can play zone, he can play in press man, he can cover good enough to be a corner, but he also is a safety. He's a safety. So they used to use him all over the place as like their Swiss Army knife, like we used to see the Jets use what was his name? Dwight. Was it Dwight Lowry? It was Lowry though. It was a dude named Lowry who was sort of like that guy. How the Packers used Charles Woodson, you know, Peanut Tillman, like those types of guys where they kind of like a safety or a nickel corner, depending on where you want them. You know what I mean? I like that. He does. He takes better angles than Heath Law, but I wouldn't say he tackled better because Heath is a guy you want out there hitting people because Heath will knock your teeth out. I like that. I mean, I'm always going to go for the guy who'll knock your teeth out, even if he take a bad angle or two. Like that's Roy Williams. That was his whole career. He'll take a bad angle or two. You'll beat him, but when he hits you, he's gonna knock your teeth out. Uh, that's what I want. Like I want that out there because even though like, damn, I can run right by this guy, you still don't want to run across the middle. So you're gonna look like shit on third downs because you don't want to go in there. You don't. Yeah, I mean, obviously we need to keep that. Said Mike Lowry. Yeah, obviously we need to keep getting turnovers, man. That's definite. Yeah. Um, I don't know why was Darian Thomas playing over Heath. Was Heath hurt? Why was he in there? I don't know. But I do want to see him mixed in more. I wouldn't say he should start over Heath because there's certain things Heath can do that he can't. Like Heath has range and Heath can run. Thomas is not as fast. And yeah, he's more so a robber technique guy, closer to the line, middle of the field, but he's not the roam high guy. That would be Woods when Heath can't do it. When you have Heath and Woods, both of them can interchange. Like they both can play either way. Oh, he has a laceration on his knee. He has a boo boo. He's got a boo boo on his knee. Yeah. No, Awuzie shouldn't play no safety, man. I wouldn't want to see that. Not right now. I want to see him at the nickel. At the nickel for sure. Damn, that's crazy. What happened to him? Oh yeah, he okay to play law. Well, we could. I mean, people say we could use Eric Berry. I made that Berry video. People kind of jumped on me about that. Like this is shit. This shit is irrelevant. Hey man, I didn't know that the dude was injured like that. I didn't know. I thought he had gotten over an injury, but I didn't know we brought him in and he couldn't pass a physical. Didn't know that. But it would be nice to see if he still has something. You know what I mean? Because Eric Berry is no joke. I would love to see that. He's not signed because he has a bone spurt near his Achilles, right? And the only way that they can fix this is Eric Berry I'm talking about. The only way they can fix his Achilles, his bone spurt, is to rupture his Achilles in order and then reattach it during surgery. So that means he has to naturally tear his Achilles. He's already been out of football, and if he does this surgery, he's going to be out at least a year, which means at 32 he's probably retired if he does the surgery. So he didn't get the surgery, but that's hampering him because his Achilles it's hurt, so he can't play the way he wants to play. So it's either get the surgery and definitely retire, or hope that you heal enough to play, and get like another season in or something like that. But then people don't want to touch him because they're saying, hey, the bone spurt could very well rupture his Achilles anyway. You might sign him and he rupture it. So it's that type of thing. Yeah, yeah. Eric Berry's done, man. It's over. I mean, no offense to him. I like Eric Berry a lot. I just don't think, I don't think that's gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. Um, Outside of that, man, a couple of standout plays. I mean, I already said Xavier Woods with his interception, even though that interception was a gimme. Even on that series, it's like Daniel Jones was told like it's time for the turnover because I was like, one play, Byron Jones drove on the man instead of the ball. Then the next play, Jalen did it, and I was like, "Damn, that was two interception opportunities." And right when I was about to go on Twitter and say that, Xavier Woods gets the interception. So I was like, "Damn, he threw three straight passes on that drive on that series, and three straight interceptions. Really, they just didn't go for it the first two times. They actually did it. That was just crazy to me. But yeah, Dan Jones is trash. But whatever. So that kind of stood out. Xavier Woods, he was abusing Daniel Jones. I think we did pretty good as far as pass rushing him. Um, I like the fight that we had, like all the spirit that we had going back and forth with Hernandez. Robert Quinn is a psycho. I think he really is crazy. He got a little bit of that wasn't a Greg Hardy in him and shit. Like he's a little crazy. I noticed that like he wasn't even in on that fight. He just walked up and started doing mad wild shit, man. So yeah, that was a little crazy. Mm, 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 mm. Let me see what else y'all talking about in here. Is what you think, Law? When LVE comes back, you think he should just take his starting position back over Sean Lee, or Sean Lee's in there balling? Should we keep Lee in there? I like Lee, man. I like Lee, and I like Joe Thomas. I want to see Joe Thomas in more, even though he's been getting good playing time lately. We just haven't been playing to his strength, but he's been getting better playing time lately. That's tough, man. I wouldn't mind seeing Lee in, and then until he gets hurt again, he probably will get hurt. But I wouldn't mind seeing Lee in and then bringing LVE back. But I think Lee's playing pretty good right now, like fire. He on fire right now. I wouldn't want to take the dude out when he got a hot hand. Yeah, Lee got a hot hand right now, and I haven't seen Lee play like this in a year. Last year he wasn't this.
Take Lee out and play the Eagles.
He,
That's my
he
advice.
said take him out when we play the Eagles.
Yeah, take
Yeah,
Lee out.
Maine said take Lee out when you play the Eagles. I bet you would say that. Even though LV it picked you off last year, man. But yeah, it's like Lee's playing like a bat out of hell right now. Yeah. LV is playing this year. He's been playing like we thought he would last year, which is not very good against the run and okay versus the pass. But he's been kind of quiet and out of the way. Like he makes a play or two, but it's not the same as he was last year. Like it's not half the noise that we were seeing from that guy last year. And I think this is just a sophomore slump. It is what it is. It happens to the best of them. How about them Cowboys? Victor Hill, what up? Yeah, Woods popped him on a couple plays. He used him as a lead blocker. He got popped. He got hit by Woods for the fumble, and then he also got intercepted by Woods. Woods just had a heat seeker on Daniel Jones all day. Yeah, I was dumb though. I would never say, hey, because that's what I said. I was like, look, as soon as I see a quarterback on the lead blocking, it's a free hit. I'm gonna go take his head off. I don't give a fuck about. I would say you could score on that play. You could score on that play. If it's me, you, and the quarterback is crazy enough to run my direction like he on block, he better cut my knees out, man. If he don't cut block me, and even if he cut block me, I'm gonna try to meet him at the ground. But if he don't cut block me, man, I'm gonna take his head off, man. You crazy. I would love to see it. If I was on defense, I would just love to see that. Like a quarterback running my way. Or when you do the read option, I don't give a fuck. Pitch the ball. I'm gonna hit you anyway. I'm gonna hit you anyway. You ain't gonna run that. Don't keep running that shit. I would Greg Williams your whole team. For real. I would just I would send everybody at the quarterback. Just hit them. Facts. Yeah, my brother, Eagles fan, man. Um, It's not a house divided though. They understand, like we y'all Eagles fans, but they understand. Like everybody who around me who's Eagles fans, they understand what it is, man. They happy that they got their ring. They know I'm not a hater. They understand I'm not a hater, and they try their best not to hate on me. They try. You know what I'm saying? They try, but they do it anyway. And then but the good thing is we usually win those matchups. So it's kind of hard to hate when you got to look over and see me afterward. You don't want to see me after you hated on me because I'm a bust on you so hard. It's not even funny. I'm gonna keep coming, keep going at them. You know what I'm saying? So they don't like to say nothing to me. They just like, just let them, just let them sit over there. Because it's the same thing with Madden. If you don't talk no shit, you might beat me. Meticulous Cowboy whooped my ass. He on here. He's the moderator on here right now. He whooped my ass a couple times, man. I actually haven't played Madden since you beat me. You know what I'm saying? You pissed me off. I was like, fuck this game. It's glitching. I was lying. I was lying. I was like, yo, fuck this game. This shit glitching. It broke my controller and all that. Like, fuck this shit. But he busted my ass, man. I was like, damn, dog. But outside of that though, for the most part, you don't want to see me no Madden talk no shit because I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you. When you going to debate that boy Brunson? I really don't think Brunson really want to debate me, man. Because I'll tell him he can, but he don't ask like that. He'll put it up there sometimes, but I don't know. He don't really ask like that. And I don't know what we would talk about. Like, what we gonna say? Like, yeah, we won a Super Bowl last year. And then what? Crickets. That's all you can say to me is that y'all won a Super Bowl more recently than we did. And then what? What else we gonna debate? That the Cowboys are better than the Eagles? We gonna find out because we playing you. So we just played you and we won. You know what I mean? Easily. So I don't see it being a argument. You know what's the debate? Now he can come on and hate, and then I can just grind him up, and then we can go about our business. But I let Lord Brunson do his thing, man. I ain't mad at the bull. Like you supposed to like your team the way you like your team. You supposed to be a little delusional when you delusional anyway. Like you are. Eagles fans is delusional. So it's not like that's a surprise. I heard this shit. I've been hearing this shit for years since I grew up that the Eagles is something, until and now they finally they don't even know what to do with it. It's like when you've been saying you the shit for the longest and then you finally become the shit, you like, oh yeah, you don't got no more goals. They don't know what to do with themselves in Philly. They don't even know how to hate no more because they want to be mad, but they kind of lost all their anger. They got nothing to be mad over no more. But they be still trying to manufacture angry. Like y'all just fucking bitter now. You look crazy. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna sweep the division, man. 11 areas. You said the Chargers game is boring. I was gonna jump on that joint and watch it in a second too, but I figured it was gonna be a boring game. Shout out to John Gruden though. John Gruden is manufacturing. He giving me that Parcells type feeling where he just manufacturing, wins. So that's all good. That's all good. But the Eagles are Super Bowl bound. Hell no, they not.
Who said that?
Damn, he said his brother got a whole sleeve when they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, it was a lot of passion. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna front. The first video I did ever, I think y'all can still find it on here, was a Super Bowl highlight video for the Eagles. It was that emotional up here. I did not a highlights from just the Super Bowl game. I'm talking about like the people who were going around in the streets acting crazy. I was around, and everywhere I tried to go, I couldn't even get home. And I was just seeing everybody I grew up with, all my friends, everybody was happy. So it was like a bittersweet. Like I wasn't hating. I was happy that somebody from the NFC won it. And NFC East, I mean, won it. And I was like, that's cool. That's what's up. And I was happy to see so many people I fuck with happy. So I was happy about that. But outside of that, it was just like just watching people go wild. Like I'm like, yo, people destroying the city when they win. Like it's just crazy. They was crazy on Broad Street. But it was a lot of love. It was like the first time Philly ever stood for his name, ever. Ever. It was like the city of brotherly love, for real. That day only. You could honk the horn at a motherfucker. It was cool. The cows wasn't trying to beat your ass, and we was wilding, and they still wasn't trying to beat nobody ass. So that was like, that was cool. You know what I mean? You said you thought my first video was Dad's Not Guilty. That was my first breakdown, I think. But the first ever video, as a matter of fact, I erased my first ever video. It was a video of a dog smoking weed, and I was playing this song behind it called Marijuana, and it was good. And some dude was like, "Yeah, you never know what the tone of your channel is gonna be, so you might want to erase that." He was like, "You might want to erase that," and I was like, "Yeah, you might be right, bro." And I shouldn't have erased it because now I don't know where the fuck the original file is anymore. That was a funny video though. I would like y'all to see it. Yeah, Peter was probably gonna be on my ass. Oh, I didn't give the dog the weed. Somebody else gave it to him. It wasn't me. It was a video. Yeah, it was funny though. It was funny though, man. That was crazy. I know how to have fun, man. I'm not gonna ever feel bad about that, man. You gotta have fun. You gotta do it. Yeah, Eagles gonna watch the Super Bowl on TV this year for sure. But yeah, back to it. Oh, they lost to the Falcons. When?
Yeah, that was the only win. The Falcons was the only win.
Who?
Falcons beat us.
Oh shit, that's the only one.
That's probably the only one against us.
Damn, how that feel?
It's crazy. They ain't as fast as Jets, but
It was my first video, loving Aries. I had a video with a dog who he was smoking, and it was a funny video. I'll just put that out there. Yeah, they lost to us too. They can't talk shit this year. They want to.
no,
They can't say nothing. See, I got an Eagles fan sitting right in front of me. He just standing there, he over there, working and doing his thing. But he like, he ain't got much to say. Cause what can he say? Well, he can't say shit. What can you say, man? Like, let's hear it. What you got to say, man? What can you say? What can you say for your team this year?
Is y'all not sweeping the division? I know that.
See,
Y'all beat the other teams.
it's like when the thief come in your house and he robbing you, but you gotta keep some of your manhood. Like you might be able to take my money though, but you can't carry this TV. You ain't about to take my TV. He said you ain't gonna sweep the division. You already know we win in the division, so he's like, y'all ain't gonna sweep it though. Y'all ain't gonna sweep it. Bet he don't sweep it. Hope he don't sweep it. Hope he don't. Yeah, there you go. They're gonna hate coming out. Like there you go.
Black cat every game now.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the black cat every game. I send his ass out there. If he ain't got one in the stadium naturally, I send the ass out there. I buy him a black cat every week if I got to. Fuck it, for real. I never really liked beer like that. Beer some nasty shit. It is, man. I don't even know why people be fronting like they like the taste of beer. Like, what's wrong with you? It's like liking the taste of gasoline. Shit tastes like nothing. It's like I love Heineken. Why you like Heineken, dog? That shit is meant to taste nasty. That shit tastes like shit. Yeah. Why do y'all like that shit? I don't know. Uh, yeah, you say you want to keep Lee on the show. I don't know, man. I don't see LV coming back and just supplanting Lee because Lee playing too good. I would like to see LV like kind of mixed in, in passing situations. Keep him in there. I think honestly, you could actually in certain packages, man. I wouldn't mind seeing Jalen pass rush with his hand down or coming off the edge, right? Where you have Jalen Quinn and you know, Michael Bennett and D Law, right? Something like that. And then, on those nickel packages or on a certain nickel package, have it where Joe Thomas and LV are at the linebacker position. Because I think that Jalen is good when it comes to obvious passing situations because he can cover, but he's also a pretty good pass rusher. But I want to see Jalen just let them allow him to just pass rush more. I think this defense is holding Jalen back a lot. I really do. Because Jalen can be used in a lot of different ways. And I think the cover three scheme forces him into coverage a lot more than he should be. Jalen is one of those guys on any other team, on like a Pittsburgh, he would be playing 3-4 outside linebacker. He'd be playing middle linebacker. We have him all over the place, because he's one of those guys you could put anywhere and he can make noise. We don't blitz him that often, but we should because when we do, he makes noise, period. I like Jalen. Beer tastes how ass smells. It do, man. It do. You say you can't drink nothing but wine coolers.
Y'all crazy.
Like people drink non-alcoholic beer. People drink that. Damn,
Decaf coffee.
that's crazy. That's like I don't get that. I don't get that, man. I really don't. Like, what is the purpose? I think if you like the taste of beer, like you just naturally like something is off. But that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. This don't taste good, man. I tried it. I was like, man, watch this. Let me see.
That's what all rookies say. Like all liquor should taste bad.
All liquor do taste bad. You got some liquor that tastes good.
Crazy.
What liquor tastes good, bro?
Shit.
Other than Jägermeister,
Man.
liquor tastes bad, bro. It's meant to. Come on, man. There's no way you drink liquor and be like it tastes good. It don't taste good, bro. You can't say it tastes good.
All right. So to me, the first time you taste soda, right?
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
The first time I don't know what I felt like the first time I drank soda.
Pure
Untrish,
carbonated shit is
some Pepsi. Pepsi burned my chest, but I like the burn. Beer burn you. That's not the taste of it though. It's the burn. Yeah, that's cool. That the suds, that's cool. Yeah, but the taste is like, man, no, that's not good at all, man. Like balls. I can't do it. It don't taste good, man.
Yeah, Yeah,
Y'all be trying it though. But
healthy guy. But
uh, he says Ciroc is distilled from grapes. He's dead serious about that Ciroc. Ciroc poison punch. I used to cut Ciroc when we used to work at the bars. I used to cut that shit. Oh, moonshine though, yeah. Your pops make
yeah,
some
he
good ass
said that
moonshine.
he
Yeah,
liked moonshine.
moonshine do be good. That's one alcohol that tastes alright. Yeah, I do fuck with the moonshine. Yeah, I fuck with that. Blue Moon tastes alright too. I don't really like Ciroc. Excuse me. We got a party together, man. Like Law, I'm coming down there. We all gonna link up in the Dallas area, man, and we're gonna have some fun. I need to go travel, and I'm about to take a vacation after the new year, and we're gonna have some fun, man. I need to travel. So we gonna party together, all of us. I'm gonna go live from a weird ass state or city, and anybody that's in that city, we just gonna have some fun, man. We gonna link up. Y'all going to see how Okoye really get down. They gonna be like, damn, this nigga holding the shit out that wall. He holding that wall up for about a half hour to that liquor kick in, and then I just did, yeah, I mean, then you start floating. You know what I mean? And then you start floating. I want to party with Law too. Law probably
Ask Law about the Hennessy.
he said ask Law about the Hennessy. Law know about Henny. I know Law know about Henny. Law know about Henny because Law got a beard. Like any black dude with a beard know about some Henny. Yeah, for real. You know about Henny, don't you, Law? He ain't out there no more. I think Law stopped watching him a while ago. He probably had to go put the baby to sleep. He said Law ain't no party guy. I mean, Law party guy. That's how he got his family. Everybody started off that way. Now he might have stopped. he got stopped because he was a party guy. That's why he got stopped. Because our wives start looking at you like you crazy. Like, no, you gonna stop that. He said, "Oh man, Regal Scotch with milk over ice. You gotta be a white dude. Who drinks milk? Who drank milk? Don't nobody drink no milk, bro. And it's not good when you drink it. Like, who drank milk? Don't nobody drink no milk, bro. This motherfucker said, I like blood chilled cold, straight from the fucking blood drive or some shit. Like, what is you drinking, bro? Yeah, that is crazy. Nah, man. Don't nobody drink no milk, man. He was serious, dude. It's like chilled over ice. Chivas Regal Scotch with milk over ice.
I give it a try though.
Uh, he said milk, man. God damn, who want milk and alcohol? That's crazy. I gotta fuck your stomach up, man. God damn. You gotta be a white dude for that one. I'm not even trying to be racist, just is. Like, you got to be a white dude, man. Don't nobody drink no milk, bro. You said watermelon pucker. Nobody drink that shit either. Man. Best drink that I had, man. Since we talking about alcohol, I used to drink Jaeger bombs. I like Jaeger bombs. Jägermeister and Red Bull is good as shit. And right now, my drink of choice when I go out is Henny with Grand Marnier and pineapple juice. That shit is cool too. Yeah. Call that the hood nigga or the pocket rocket. Pocket rocket or hood nigga. It depends on where you at, right? It's pocket rocket when you downtown. It's a hood nigga everywhere else. Cause that's one drink that's gonna get you ready. You don't need a lot of them. It's gonna get you ready. He said shake it not stirred. He said shake it not stirred. Look at that. Yeah, they killing boy, man. Man, some good OE. Yeah, if you drink OE, you got the first off. You might do other shit. Yeah. I don't trust no nigga that drink OE. I can't trust you if you drink Ing Bagel. Bagel raisins.
Reserve.
Yo,
Reserve.
you don't drink no fucking OE, man. Don't drink no OE. Stop drinking that shit, man. Something is wrong with that shit, man. Something's wrong with malt liquor, man. Don't drink no OE. Hell no. That's like drinking a fucking Four Loco. Don't drink Four Locos. Don't drink OE. You gotta leave that alone. He said, "Talk some football." I've been talking football since I've been on here, man. We kind of talked out was when it comes to what the Cowboys are about to do versus the Vikings. We already discussed that, but I know you guys probably jumped on late. So let's circle back to football for our football fans that's on here. Um, I was having some fun with y'all before I jumped off, but my fault, bro. Um, we covered a lot, man. We covered what the defensive line was doing and how they're doing and why they are the way they are. Um, so we just start talking about liquor. But anyway, Getting back to football, the only thing I could say that we haven't really covered is that I really feel the way our receiving core stepped up, and I think right now with Cooper threatening to be out, I feel like um, well, and Devin Smith is out too. I feel like we might want to see Pollard more at wide receiver. That's one thing that we haven't done that I would like to see. I think somebody mentioned it in the comments earlier, and that's one thing I didn't speak on, which is how good is Pollard really, and why aren't we using him more in conjunction with Zeke in that jet sweep type of position? Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know why we don't do that a little bit more with him. I would like to see that. But I mean, outside of that, no, we already kind of covered the entire offense and defense. We covered everything. And who's that? Did I cover Michael Das? Who's Michael Das? Michael A. Das? What's that? I don't know. Liel is having a Pro Bowl year. Liel Collins is playing like one of the best right tackles I've seen in the game this year. He's been balling. So Liel earned his money. He's the one dude that actually got paid and started balling is Liel Collins. But yeah, everybody is uh everybody is liking the way he's playing. I think he's not even false starting like he used to, holding penalties. So it's not just the fact that he's um, blocking well, but and which he usually blocks okay, but he has like mental lapses. He used to. He's not showing any of that right now. Not a lot of holding penalties, not a lot of false starts. Not a lot of illegal hands to the face. He's not doing anything other than playing some good ass football. And then him and Zach Martin on the same side is hard to deal with. That's why running to that right side has been so good for us because you got Fredericks who's good at double teaming and getting to that second level. But then you got Zach Martin who's gonna maul anybody in front of him, and Collins, and you're not beating Collins either. So on that, if you and then you got Witten on the outside of Collins who can block pretty good too. So running to that right side is going to be good for us all year, man. All good. Yeah, he's playing. He's balling pretty good though. But what we're gonna do is this, man. Um, I'm definitely gonna have to get my computer fixed because I want to do a breakdown. I want to do some breakdowns that I got some things I want to see. I'm not gonna say what they are because you guys are somebody probably jump out there and create a video based off of it. So I'm not gonna say what I'm about to break down, but any breakdown videos that you guys want to see, anything that you guys want uncovered or want to really go over, let's talk about it. Like send it to me either in my DMs or on AKOYE Media. On a lot of you guys reach out to me on IG, so if you want to reach out to me there, do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. But anything you guys want me to break down, let's break it down and let's get at it. And I'm really about to get a little bit more busy with that because at night my nights are freed up a little bit more than they used to, so I can get back into collecting film and attacking shit a certain way. So let me know what y'all want to see, man, and I'm gonna go at it. He said I'm pleasantly surprised about Leo Collins. Um, no, I didn't see Frederick sling Williams to the ground and take his lunch. I didn't see that. Nah, I want to see it though. Yeah, my gram name the same as my YouTube, AKOYE Media. Yep. Go in there and DM me and let me know what breakdowns you want to see, or do it on Facebook, anywhere you want. But I think you'll get me quicker on IG. I like the cheerleader suggestion too, man. Yeah, that shit was funny. This whole show was pretty funny, man. He said, "LOL, I saw that on Vod's video." I don't know. I ain't see it. Yeah, I ain't see it. You said Frederick. So Frederick threw Williams to the ground. Which Frederick? Peace. So Fredericks threw Williams to the ground. Connor Williams. I ain't see that. Why would he throw Connor? Why would he even be touching Connor Williams? Damn, I want to see that. Yeah, I ain't see it. Oh, you talking about 99? Oh, okay. I was about to say like, yeah, why would he be doing that? No, I ain't see that. No, I ain't see that. But no, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Yeah, I want to see that. Frederick seems like he's back this year. He never was like our hammer. He's just been a cerebral guy that can block pretty well and that sets our line up pretty good. So even though you might say Looney's a little bit better as a physical, blocker, I think the cerebral game of Fredericks makes Dak's job easier as far as calling things out. I think he's able to audible a little bit more at the line of scrimmage because he doesn't have to get those guys lined up. Fredericks got that. Frederick got that. So yeah, I like that. But let me get out of here. Let me go ahead and get this show on the road as far as my breakdowns and so on, man. Any of y'all who interested in any Cowboys gear, remember you can go and grab stuff at on the link at Fanatics link in the description. Make sure you guys checking it out. I don't want to promise my schedule is going to be one way. Like I told you guys, I started a hemp company, so I have been running around like crazy. That's actually my brother over there messing with right now is hemp. So at the end of the day, I've been running around like crazy. But at the end of the day, I am recommit myself to this channel. So I don't want to give a actual schedule, but I am going to be more busy than I have been because things at the factory are kind of stabilized right now, and our staff is doing pretty good. So um, I should be able to peel myself back a little bit more and get back to what I like to do, which is this. So shout out to all y'all that's tuned in, especially while Thursday night football is on. That's definitely respect. I appreciate the likes. Anybody who hasn't liked, make sure you like before you get out of here. I see y'all dropping off, but hit the like button. Make sure you guys check out the podcast on CLNS Media, and that's the Cowboys Beat on CLNS Media. Outside of that, let me know what breakdowns you guys want to see. Go out to my Instagram page at AKOYE Media, AKOYE Media, and let me know what you guys want to see. For those of you who do that, you already know. Some of you guys got my number. Some of you guys, just DM me all the time. I'm real approachable, man. We talk all the time. So a lot of you who have reached out that way know that I definitely do respond, and I definitely am a regular person, man. So let's get it. All right, appreciate y'all, man. Peace.